never slow up, no I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness.
To this enormous leading group, Peter, it's Rookies Cup in its most classic. Does take the championship today.
Yeah, indeed, indeed. And of course Veda knows that, so he's going to be really well for him, and he's making full use of it.
Christian Daniel Jr. in third position, has a track limit 4.
It is, isn't it? Such a totally different race today. Ramadeepa.
He must be worried about the two Spaniards getting ahead now. They could make a break.
It's warning, one more time on the green, and he too will have a long lap penalty. He cannot afford to...
As we say, the confidence that he got from that superb ride into second place yesterday. He slots in
on Morelli and make it very difficult for them. We'll see what happens.
Through Curvone we go, on board with... Make that mistake again. The number 70 going for second. Up on the inside of Brian Uriarte. He finally makes...
Behind Carpuchin has bounced back with the confidence that he has, taking pole position.
The Indonesian not quite as he tries to make a move through Morelli there. That is one of the bravest places. It's a move at turn 7. Absolutely brilliant from the American. Up in the second.
Erasing the disappointment from yesterday.
Do it on the calendar and look at that. Oh wow, but it's such a pleasure. Can spot. This is absolutely sensational,
and it's going to be about 5 abreast.
Well then, down through the Omega curve they come. Seen a plenty to watch. Veda Pratama rider. Morelli fights straight back at him. Tries to stand him up and
on the brakes here. It's Marco Morelli with the advantage.
Veda on the inside. Bryant's back to 15th. The drama over the last 24 hours or so as Uriarte gets nerfed wide by Ben in the middle of the corner as well. Absolutely brilliant.
Rubbing paint off each other, and yet they're not slowed down. Yeah, and are they going to keep off the green as they go on to the last lap through this long...
Fernandez, not quite from the same part of Spain. One from Santander, one from the Basque Country. Almost
none at all, are they? Because they didn't lose ground to Uriarte and in that battle. Right-hander, they all have managed to stay away from it. It is Marco Morelli that leads from Veda.
Neighbours, basically, in geographical terms, you could say.
Well, they're great.
Well, then just behind them you've got Pugliese, Zenmitani, who started from 4th.
Pratama from Christian Daniel Jr. Brian Uriarte, the cut points leader, is back in 4th place.
Mix of nationalities there at the front of the field, isn't it? Kyrgyzstan
on the grid. He's in 6th, just ahead of Danish now in 7th, who's dispatched Ramadeepa.
Hakim Danish is still down in 13th place.
He's made a spot up. He's on the back of that group. That
leads
from Indonesia, Spain, Argentina, Italy. Fastest laps of the race, the fastest rider on track of the race so far, Hakim Danish. That's the best he's going to achieve there. So here we go, Peter. One of the main overtaking spots, Brian Zenmitani, the number 34, up into 9th place now, as Pratama was...
Yeah, absolutely brilliant stuff. He knows what he's got to do. So even Danish, he went into the race.
You got something in hand on Veda apparently, but where is it? He's ahead of you. You got to make that. The one who got really pushed back in the latest big shuffle.
Yeah, and as Zen said, his real problem is
as I said, saying that the bike was only 80% sorted. He's riding around any kind of problems that he's
moved to extend that lead in the championship, but he's got so many other riders to contend with. This is
qualifying. He came off the 6th row of the grid today from 16th, and he said it's just very...
He's got at the moment fastest man on track.
The other 20% has got to come from him, and that other 20% came from absolutely cracking. 7 riders up for the win here.
Yeah, Marco Morelli's down in...
Very hard when you come from the back like that, but he's he did a superb job yesterday in the...
Marco Morelli there as he pushes Pratama out wide as they flick it right then left.
6th place in the cup chase. He's not in the battle. It's down to Veda and Brian Uriarte. And
wet, he got up to 5th place. I wonder if he can do the same thing today.
Christian Daniel Jr. onto the little straight here from turn 6. Uriarte over the curves, having to jump back. Veda goes into the lead, Peter. What a move on the exit of turn 3.
He did. He was slower in. Got
in 11th spot at the moment. Tinez just behind him in 12th. Those two biding their time a bit as onto the track. He's really drilling the pace, isn't he, Peter? But he's got a lot of riders able to come.
Superb drive out, and Brian has gone with him. You see, being quick and slow out really ruined it.
We look towards the front of the race still. Car pushing the rider who's really wanted to stay out front. He's happy with him.
Yeah, he has. And David Gonzalez, you know, he had a fall yesterday. He said he was going for pole. Morelli, who's dropped back from first to third place.
Christian Daniel looking up the inside, but Morelli to lead and do all the legwork. Morelli just behind him with Gonzalez too, and Benyat Fernandez doing a late break.
He just pushed and pushed and pushed until he pushed too hard and slid off. But he said, "I'm okay. The bike's okay."
Oh, late on the brakes, quite sideways as well there. So it is. Wow, it's going to be taking in towards turn one as well.
And as we've said so many times, you know, the guys don't have to muck. You know, I'm going to do it in the race. And he's chasing Brian Ariati very strongly now.
Potentially 1-2 in the championship, 1-2 in the race, Peter. Here we go. We're headed towards
each other up. Now this is a place where you don't need the slipstream like you did at Mugello.
Morelli just really wants to make another move back on Pratama and get through again. He clearly thinks he's got better. It's the final sector. Morelli still in third position. Daniel
you can get away. You know, at the moment there's no real sign of it. It's a huge group. We're all the way top
to pace, doesn't he?
Yeah, he does. Yes, absolutely. And you know, as I say, Marco is
in it fast round the outside. Tyres screaming, "Give me more grip! I need it!" Here we go.
15 down to Ewan Van Cruden are in the battle for the lead, but it's
capable of anything, anytime, any weekend. His head has just got to be in it, and it's in it at the moment.
Oh!
Yeah, and it is now. It's Pratama that leads over Brian Ariati, but you know
it is possible to break the advantage here and get clear. Let's see whether Karpushin can do it.
I think you described him right. He is an enigma, isn't he? He's one of those riders you just think on his given day.
That Marco Morelli's going to have something to say about that in the last two corners. Just two corners. This is where
it's Morelli in second place again. He's got Gonzalez, Ariati, Fernandez and Rabadipa right on his tail.
Fastest in the race, no question.
Great pass by Veda. Brian Ariati took the lead last year. He's doing it on the straight this time instead of under the braking. But he goes into the corner.
Oh! And Ariati's got to be careful because he's got a track limits warning. One more infraction, he'll have to go through the long lap.
Pratama up into second place behind Brian Ariati.
And then Dan Gonzalez really lost out. He's been properly...
No, but it's Brian Ariati. He's perfectly positioned. And Pratama's offline. If
penalty lane, same goes for Lucas Brown. 29 in 17th place at the moment.
Yeah.
Push back now. Morelli moves through into third as well. A couple of riders I want to keep an eye on, Peter. Karpushin in ninth.
That makes it perfect through this corner. He's going to win it, make it a double here.
I saw Karpushin get precious close to the green at the bottom of the track on that lap.
He had good pace last time around. Then you've got Benyat Fernandez and Christian Daniel, 10th and 11th. Not seeing
already touching the green stuff. He's got to watch that. The 54, of course, is Veda Pratama up into third place. A very
may not have touched it. Marco Morelli in second place leads the pack.
Too much of them this weekend, but they have been big, heavy hitters the last few rounds in Rookies Cup.
Close third place as well.
So 3 riders down at the first turn. Augustin Nelly, and that was nearly a couple of other